Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm showing off my new PC build. On my channel, you can find individual unboxing videos for all the components that you see here. Really happy with how the build turned out. If you're interested in any of the products you see here, be sure to check out those videos, and also the links will be in the video description below. I think all in around $2,500 or so, give or take a couple $100 depending on the graphics card that you end up going with. So I ended up going with the RTX 2080 because I had one laying around from my gaming PC. This is going to be my editing rig, so it's going to be perfect. I'm very happy with how everything came together. I streamed this on Amazon Live, so the build took a couple of streams, and it was awesome. We actually got it to post on the first try, which is really cool. So very happy with how it turned out. And with my cable management, this case is a beast. So much room, guys. A lot of room for additional storage in the future, which is what I'll be adding right here. Maybe a graphics card upgrade sometime. And we have a lot of additional slots if we want to add any other PCIe cards right here. Couple extra slots too for some M.2 drives as well. We're currently using 2, but we do have an expander card that came with the motherboard. So overall, very nice and easy build. Very happy with the results. Posted on the first try. Didn't have any issues along those lines. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the PC in more detail. So first up, you can see the back side of the computer right here. We have all of our I/O. So we have tons of USB ports, USB Type-C. We also have 10 gig LAN, which is really important and something I wanted, which is one of the reasons why I landed on this MSI motherboard. Very happy with all the options we have right out the back to connect all of our devices. Now let's go ahead, let's look at the top. So right at the top, you can see we got built-in wireless charging, which is great. We also have additional USB ports on the front panel right here, a big power button, and we have our RGB light controls, which is great. So everything's right at your fingertips. The front of the case also opens up. Once you have it open, you can see at the top, we have our fan mode switch right here. 2 additional bays for further expansion. Then we can remove this cover right here to reveal the fans for easy cleaning. So that's the front of the case, really nice. And it just latches shut, just like you see right there. A little goofy, I'd say sometimes. It's not as responsive as I would hope, but it does work. It does get the job done. Just kind of click it in at the top. You might have to click it in the bottom too, again, to make it nice and flush. But it's simple and it works. Here's the other side. I went ahead, I took off the cover. So we have a removable cover right here. You can see on the inside of this big panel, we could actually install additional fans for even more cooling if we want. We could keep this off, we could keep it on, we could pop it out a little bit too, depending on what you're after. I just like to keep it shut like you see right here. So just nice and flush, but you can remove this for additional fans to be installed on the inside, or you can pop it open for some additional airflow. So now you can see the other side of the computer. I have it powered on right now. It is very, very quiet. I'm telling you what, they're not lying about these fans, and it's definitely true to the brand's name. This is a very quiet computer build. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fans running right now. And those Silent Wings 3 fans are very silent. I would highly recommend them. So I love the RGB lights in this build. So the instructions didn't fully show me where they're supposed to be installed. I looked online, I saw a couple Be Quiet product videos, and I believe I found the correct locations. Since the strips are already at a predetermined size, there's just only so many places they could go in here. Little tricky to run everything, but I got the cable management squared away. They're not very sticky though. I had to use electrical tape to really fasten them to the case. The included adhesive, it fell off right away, unfortunately. And I did push it pretty hard against the case to make it stick. And obviously everything was clean. So definitely on the cheaper end for the lights, but they look great. We can cycle through some of the lighting modes right here. Again, we can control it right from the top of the case. So you can easily customize and change the lights to whatever you desire. So it may look like they're burned out up here, but right here, the lights are there. You just can't see them in the video. If I tip it back, you can see the lights then. So definitely looks a lot better in person. And honestly, my favorite RGB lights, it's the G.Skill RAM. The Trident Z Neo looks so good. I want to get extra sticks just to have more of that RGB glow in my build. You may notice some lights down here. That's the reset and power button. And I believe our temperature on the MSI board. So overall, very happy. Let's cycle through. The power button glows too, in case you're wondering. It does not change though, it's just orange, it doesn't change to match the lights or anything. But you can see some of the modes. So it's really a fancy case. Very happy with how the build turned out. It looks really good. Getting that first post is always nice too. You can see we have lots of different light modes to change. And in case you're wondering for processor, again, everything's linked below, but we got the AMD Ryzen 9 3950X with our Be Quiet cooler up here, massive radiator. G.Skill Trident Z Neo RAM, MSI Prestige X570 Creation motherboard. We can cycle through the lights some more too. So there you go, we're back to the original color. Tons of space. Just really a quiet build. I'm telling you, Be Quiet is definitely true to the name. This is a very silent build. And again, we have fans and a radiator. We don't have any liquid cooling for that. So I guess in that note too, there's no pump running. So, but very quiet with the included fans straight out of the box with this case and with the cooler. So now I want to show you guys a bird's eye view of the build. Check it out in more detail up close. Very happy with it. You can critique my cable management if you want. So tons of room in the future. We still have 4 PCIe slots available. We've got our M.2 drives tucked under here, which is nice. Got a fan as well. Have yet to see that fan kick on and run yet, but we do have a fan right there. You can see some of our lighting along the side. We got a big shroud to hide all of our cables and power supply down here. Got more lights up at the top in there. Our big cooler. Honestly, guys, this is one thing I may change in the future, but I'm very happy with it in the moment. But I did realize it blocks my beautiful RAM RGB lights down here, and I'm gonna have to remove this to add 2 more sticks. So honestly, when I was building this, I regret not just buying 4 sticks right away. I was trying to save money, and I'm not sure I really need 64 gigs of RAM. But after seeing this bad boy and how big it is, it blocks the slot. So honestly, it's not very easy to upgrade. I gotta take this off, clean off all the thermal paste, and then reset it again. Not the end of the world, but just keep that in mind. If you're gonna do this exact same build, go ahead, get the 4 sticks of RAM, and you'll be all set and ready to go. But keep in mind, this thing is a beast, and it will block a lot of the cool lighting that you get with those Trident Neo sticks of RAM. So just keep that in mind. But I'm very happy. It's super quiet, massive radiator, plenty of cooling for the 3950X. And again, just a nice clean setup, so much room for airflow. We got the 2 fans right here, the 2 fans in this. We can actually add a 3rd fan if we want on this side for additional cooling. And then you can see the fan out the back. Don't forget, we have that slot on the back side of this case. We could add 2 more fans. We have some room at the top here for more fans. So if you're worried about cooling, this is definitely going to be the case for you. And it's very, very silent. I can't stress that enough. So very happy with the build overall. And everything was very easy to assemble. I do want to point out, after I'm spending more time here, maybe it's user error and maybe I can shift this around, because it does seem like you can semi-remove the motherboard or something in some capacity. There are some additional features, I believe, with this, more along the lines of test benching. But I did notice, at least with this board, the grommets right here for the cable management, I had to run the cables first, then put the board down. Unfortunately, I wish that it was like another inch to the right, and then I wouldn't have to move the board at all, and I could actually really fully use these slots right here. I know the grommet takes up a little bit more too, but I'd love to leave the grommets and have that cutout so I could really take advantage of that space. Again, it could be user error. Maybe I didn't shift it over far enough or something when I started the build, but just keep that in mind for your cable management. It's a little bit goofy. I ran the cables first and then ended up putting the board down so everything would work and I could get the nice clean cable management that I desired. So just keep that in mind. Love this motherboard. Nothing wrong with the RTX 2080. It's just an old graphics card I had. Happy with the cooler. Love the RAM. Motherboard though, processor, RAM, definitely my favorites. The case overall, not bad either. Plenty of room. I'm hoping to actually fill this up with a bunch of other drives. Maybe make a RAID configuration and be able to use this as my primary video storage as well, since this will be my editing machine too. So I can have everything all in one place. So much room for future upgrades with this case. And I love this motherboard, already said that, but a lot of upgradability with this motherboard too. We have so many USB headers and just so many things we could do with this board in the future. Now let's go ahead, let's look at some benchmarks. So as we look at my new build's benchmarks, you can see we have Cinebench R23 downloaded and set up. We already conducted our multi-core and single core tests right here. You can see our system specs again. And then you can see our ranking with other similar systems right here. Man, it got a high score. Very impressed with this build overall. So you can see we got 12 other systems. We come in at number 3 right there for multi-core. And then we can look at our single core. So you can see right there, number 3 as well. And we can look at our MP ratio, also number 3 right there. And some of these are top dog processors. So really remarkable what we're able to accomplish in regards to performance with the Ryzen 9 3950X. Now you can see our Corsair MP600 benchmark results right here. So this gives you a good sample of what you can expect in the real world with a 1 GB file size. That's what we conducted this test with. So you can see our read and write scores right there. They're not as high as the advertised speeds, but I have no idea what Corsair was doing to get the speeds that they advertise. But this will give you real world results. So you can download this program yourself and try it with your hard drive and compare what you're seeing in this video right here. But this is real world results for the Corsair MP600 M.2 SSD. Last but not least, I wanted to show you guys Adobe Premiere with a recent video that I edited. So you can see I got the project open right here. It is 4K. We have it at full resolution for playback right now. And I've edited a couple of videos so far on my new build, and holy smokes, is it amazing. It is so fast. It does a great job. The best way I can describe it is it just eats 4K video. So no issues adding effects, changing audio settings, adjusting all of our audio that we did here, synchronizing clips together from the overhead shot and our main camera shot. Everything is very smooth. Watch the playback right here. Gameplay, console gameplay from PlayStation, Xbox, that sort of thing. So now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the package contents. Here are all the package contents. First up, we have your important safety. So again, look at how smooth it is. No issues at all. It's going to cycle between the two clips right there. Included HDMI cable. It does such a good job editing 4K video using Premiere. Having all those extra cores from the Ryzen 9 3950X is definitely a huge boost in not only live editing and working on your timeline, but also when you export your videos, it's definitely noticeable in how much faster it is to export in 4K. Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. So we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily, and we don't want you to miss anything. Please go ahead and give us a follow online and make it a clean sweep. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Discord. You can message us on WeChat, check out our website, and join our free newsletter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.